So I never help kids in foreign countries, especially when we got motherfuckers starving in New York, Chicago, Los Angeles. And I mean, why would I help them? So they grow up big and strong and crash a plane into a fucking building? Nah, I'm okay. You can go fuck yourself. So why does no one give a fuck about Joseph KONY? Well, for the same reason we didn't give a fuck about the last guy who did with Joseph KONY. He's not the first warlord to go on a rampage, genocide, all types of crazy shit running through Africa. Not the first one. There's a shitload of these guys. He's just the newest one that people seem to give a fuck about. And the guy's been around for what? Over 20 years and no one's done shit? Obviously we don't give a fuck. And let's be honest, we're not the fucking world police. It's not the United States' job to go off and solve every country's problem just because we don't like what they're doing. First of all, it would be completely irresponsible for the president to say, hey, we're just going to stop this guy because you want us to while we're in the middle of a war for fucking fun. It's not our responsibility to solve Africa or China or the Middle East fucking problems. They're their problems. Let them work themselves out. And let's be real, these places are developing countries. Let them do what developing countries do. Develop. Look, we've never stepped in to stop your warlords before. Why should we start now? I mean, you're a developing country. You need to develop. You need to go through the same shit that every other country had to go through to be worthwhile. America had a mass genocide and slavery. Nobody showed up to stop it. Ever. You know why? Because America was a developing country and it had to do what it had to do to earn its place, to earn its stripes. That's what developing countries do. That's why people start fucking with you, because you developed, you've worked, and you've earned your stripes, and you belong a part of the world economy. Everybody's got to go through it. Nobody's immune. And it's wrong for us to step in and just decide, you know, this country isn't allowed to do this. You know, violate whatever human rights you want to. It's your choice, because it's your country, and it's not up to us to decide how you get down, motherfucker. Just hurry up. Think I'm fucked up for saying shit like that. Well, fuck you. Because nobody showed up from other countries to aid us when shit happened here. Like, I didn't see any aid coming from other countries for 9/11. I didn't see any aid coming for Hurricane Katrina. Our own government let people drown in New Orleans and no other country gave two shits about us. Like, we run around saving people from tsunamis and all types of dumb shit. Nobody saved anybody in New Orleans from any of that shit from another country. I wonder why. Maybe those people weren't so important to the rest of the world. Okay. And even if we were to go over there and help stop Joseph KONY and save the invisible children, you can't really save the kids. Whether you like it or not, you can't save the kids, you gotta let them go. And I'm gonna just say that because I know people are thinking it, I know nobody wants to say it, but I'll say it because I'm rather heartless. Fact of the matter is, you can't save those kids. They've seen too much, they've done too much has happened. Unless those kids lay down their weapons and come back and say, I want to be in the Ugandan or some other fucking country's military, you can't save them. They've done far too much, they've gone too far. The fact of the matter is, the best way to save those kids is to kill them because they're already gone. Even if we were going to go over there and help them, we have to kill KONY, we have to slaughter all the kids, we have to kill all his lieutenants and generals, and that'd be the end of it. That'd be the best solution for that problem. To stop that war, that would be the best solution. Because those kids are never going to be able to return to any sort of normal life ever after what they've done and after what they've seen. They will never be able to return to a balanced society. It is over for them. And I know it sounds heartless and I know you're mad, but too bad. It's the way of the world. It's the truth. They are dead. They are dead. Like, they're just roaming the world with their eyes open, but they are already dead. And the best solution for that type of shit over there is to steel yourself to that fact and take their lives away, because they don't need to be alive. It's over for them. They can't function anywhere but in the environment they're currently in. Maybe some of the young ones, if they surrendered and said, you know, they're willing to become a part of something, maybe some of them can survive, but for the most part, they're already dead. You can't save them. Those kids are done. And I'm gonna just come out and say it. A lot of these countries really need to get their shit together. Africa needs to get their shit together. Middle East needs to get their shit together. But right now we're on the subject of Joseph KONY, why the fuck nobody cares. I'm gonna tell you, Africa doesn't have their shit together. Someone in Africa needs to take over. Whether it's Joseph KONY or somebody else. Joseph KONY would be a great thing if he wasn't killing children and making them kill their parents and chopping off people's limbs and raping women. He would be a very good thing for Africa if he was just not doing the weird, inhumane shit. If Joseph Kony was just attacking governments, taking them out, taking over their people, feeding them, giving them water, and looking out for them the way a government is supposed to, he would be a great thing for Africa. Africa needs standardization. That's why nobody wants to fuck with Africa. Because they don't have this shit together. They don't have standardization. They don't all speak the same language. They don't all use the same currency. That's what needs to happen. Either the governments of those different countries need to combine and start working together on something worthwhile, or some fucking warlord needs to amass an army and take over. And then he needs to take care of the people from which the countries he's taken over. That's the best solution for them. If a warlord like Joseph Kony could build an army and not be a psycho, he could do great things for Africa. He could take over their current governments and either kill their current governments or take them over, put them under his wing, have them run the country, have them keep the people fed and keep the people with water. Why? Because starving people can't fucking work. That's the way the rest of the world works. Keep the people fed and they fucking go to work. They get shit done. They dig mines. They do construction. Blah, blah, fucking blah. They get work done. Starving people can't work. Starving people are useless. Well-fed people are way more important than starving people. It's not about the fact that no one wants to see these starving kids. It's the fact they're not getting any work done. Motherfucker. So some warlord like that really needs to take over Africa. First of all, Africa's fucking huge. It's a continent. But honestly, even if you only took over half of it, say North Africa, you could take over that half of North Africa, which is probably about the size of the United States, and rule it. The United States has a ruler. We don't have a bunch of different countries. Fucking Oklahoma isn't its own country, motherfucker. Everybody's under one government. We're all under one ruler. We speak one fucking language, despite what you may think with all the foreigners living here. Bitch, we are an English-speaking country. We all use the same currency. There's no other currency. You go to fucking Africa, there's 10 different currencies. You need a passport to fucking drive down the street and shit, and all types of fucked up shit. They're not standardized. Nobody wants to fuck with them because they don't have their shit together. That's why nobody kicks it with them motherfuckers, because they don't have their shit together. The sooner a warlord or somebody, some revolutionary decides, hey, I can take this shit over, the better. Because then they'll all be on one language, one currency, the people will be fed, and they'll be getting some fucking work done, because there's a shitload of people in Africa. I mean, take it over. Just take over the north part. Just take over the north part. Alright? Do what you gotta do. Take over the north part. Stop doing the psychotic shit, and then you're good. You know, Europe would be a better place if Hitler took over. If Hitler wasn't so bent on murdering all the Jews and all the weird psychotic shit he was doing, he would have been a very good thing. Europe would be a much more efficient place right now if it was just Germany. If Hitler had managed to take over all of Europe, probably not Russia, because he ran into some trouble up there, but if he had managed to actually take over all of Europe without the United States interfering and without him doing the weird psychotic shit, that's what really fucked it for him, dude. The weird shit. If he had managed to actually take over Europe, he could have put everyone in the same language, everyone in the same currency. Europe would have been standardized. It would have just been run by one fucking government. It would have been way easier to deal with than it is now. I mean, nothing wrong with Europe now, but it could be better. It could be a better, finely tuned machine if it was just Germany. To state facts, motherfuckers. I know it sounds fucked up, but it's true. It's true, bitch. Fuck you want me to do about it? True. It would be more efficient. The United States is efficient because it's just the United States. It's not the fucking rebel states and the republic states, okay? It's the United States. Just one place, by one government, one currency, one language. That's how the shit works. That's how it works better. China's a great example. China has one fucking ruler. They don't play. They have a different government. They violate human rights all the time. But we don't bother them about it because we don't give a fuck how your country functions. We just care that it functions. Nobody fucks with Africa because they're not functioning right, and they really need someone to find a way to take their governments over and look out for their people so they can get back to work. So like I said, this place is missing standardization. That's why nobody cares about the Kony shit. It's happened way too many times. The motherfuckers over there just keep letting the shit pop off. Hey, guess what? Stop your fucking warlords, bitch. It's not our problem. Either the people need to band together, or the governments need to band together, or a good warlord needs to come along, enslave the governments and look out for the people, because that's really how governments start. Somebody starts an army, they start to take over, and then things become standardized. That's how the world works. That's how developing countries develop. And the sooner it happens for Africa, the better it'll be for the Africans and the rest of the world, because it'll be a more productive nation. The reason nobody gave a fuck about KONY 2012 or any other warlords that did any sort of terrible things in Africa is because Africa doesn't have its shit together. Listen, Africa, I love you. I love your people, the history. Hell, I'm a descendant of Africans. But listen to me, we want to fuck with you. Get your shit together. And I know you bleeding heart faggots are gonna say something about this, but you know what? Honestly, the affairs of Africa are none of the United States business.